What's up, guys? My name is Alex. You're on One Up Painting. So my voice is still a little bit recovering, but that's all right. We're gonna continue on with these articles. I'm a bit behind because of my throat being kind of messed up, but that's all right. So we're gonna take a look at this article, small but perfectly formed. A closer look at the incredible Legions Imperialis miniatures. The biggest secret in Warhammer is out. The tiny tanks, infantry, and titans of Warhammer, the Horus Heresy Legions Imperialis, have arrived and do battle on a new scale. We've seen them all in all their miniature glory in our grand reveal article for the new game, but wrapping your head around these truly minuscule models can be a bit tough when viewing them in isolation. Legions Imperialis miniatures are roughly a quarter size of the original models, and this is a universal across the range. That means all dimensions have been reduced. The things what? And things have been engineered slightly different to make sure that the right details stand out on the tabletop. To get an idea of the change, here's a comparison between a base of a Mark 5 Mark 5 or 6, Mark 6, I'm sorry. Mark 6 tactical marine and a full-sized version. Here we got the tactical marine here. This is one of the new Horus Heresy ones. And man, those guys are tiny. Look, they don't even make it up to the height of the shin guard, or greaves, I believe is what they call them. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I think they are gonna be the same base size if I'm not mistaken. But these Legions Imperialis minis are gonna be, or the base sizes are gonna be thinner, as they mentioned in a previous article. There's no tech heresy interfering with these images. They truly are correctly scaled, and if it helps to imagine four smaller starting standing on each other's heads to match the regular size Space Marine, and no, it's not only funny, it's a smart way of visualizing the scale difference. I don't know if it's like a smart way, but anyway. Even more exciting than the pint-sized superhuman soldiers are tanks and dreadnoughts in pocket-friendly dimensions. Gaze in wonder upon the imposing Contemptor dreadnought. You could almost claim it was adorable, if not for the guns and the dense sense of death and duty. Yeah, that's pretty cool to see, like, how small it is compared to the huge Contemptor dreadnought. Because on the tabletop, this Contemptor dreadnought is a bad boy. Now he's all tiny. All right, the scale is perfect for releasing oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This scale is perfect for releasing the armored columns of your dreams, as you usually take most tanks in detachments rather than on their own. The Scarian has the same details as its larger counterpart, right down to your choice of heavy bolter or last cannon sponsons. Thanks to the scale of Legions Imperialis, you can feasibly have dozens of these rapid battle tanks racing forward to flank your foes. So that's really cool that they do confirm that it will have all of the possible options that the actual kit has. And if we look at this size comparison, dude, this thing's like a micro machine. I cannot wait to get my hands on these. The core box contains a healthy contingent of Solar Auxilia. These are well known for their exceptional, but also fairly expendable, foot soldiers and endless ranks of tanks. The mighty Leman Russ is rendered no less fearsome after being shrunk down by a considerable amount, and it's still dotted with rivets all over. Yeah, that is something that I do think is really cool. They're able to maintain the little bolts and stuff like that. You can see all the little bolts along the side of those panels there. Very cool. Yeah, dude, that's so tiny, man. Because if anyone has a Leman Russ battle tank, it's not a small tank. It's pretty decently sized. But that compared to a Leman Russ is absolutely tiny. I'd also like to say that if you have any requests for paint schemes that you'd like me to do on any of these miniatures that are going to come out, please let me know in the comments, and when the game releases, I will make painting tutorials on whatever you guys request for any of the Legions or the Solar Auxilia. Equally impressive are the Malkador heavy tanks, whose design stretches back to the Age of Strife. These Cantankerous. What? Dude, they're already like throwing in so many like big words in Warhammer, like Legions Imperialis. That's like a really long name, right? And then they make up this word Cantorus, unless it's not a made up word, and I'm just completely wrong. Or no, Cantankerous. It's like a pun, but anyway, Cantankerous Goliaths are less flexible than the Lehman Russ, but bristle with heavy armaments, making them exceptionally valuable. Legions Imperialis is the perfect way of fielding multiple of these lumbering tanks, with their fuel stowage tail constructed. It's this thing. That's what they're talking about, where it has the like extra fuel there. Sorry, where was I? Lumbering tanks with their fuel stowage tail construction to ease trench crossing lovingly. Oh my goodness, I can't read. To ease trench crossing lovingly represented at this scale. Wait, am I off? Am I out of my mind, or was that actually just really hard to read? With their fuel stowage tail construction to ease trench crossing lovingly represented even at this scale. Okay, I don't think it's just me. This is a weird combination of words here, but that's not the point. We're gonna continue. I do think that this Malkador tank looks sick too. I've never seen a Malkador tank in real life because it's like a Forge World thing, but I can't wait to get my hands on the little tiny one. The miniatures in the core box for this new game are just a thin slice of the overall Horus Heresy range, but the groundwork is now laid for many other tanks, walkers, and war machines to make the transition from full size to bite-sized. Stick with Warhammer community over the following weeks and months. It should be coming out next month, I think, is what they said. To find out what's okay, cool. A more advanced exercise is imagining a cuboid of Marines, 4 wide, 4 deep. You need okay. Anyway, so that's really cool to see these pictures. I'm a big fan of this one particularly. Because I think that really does a good job of representing these big monstrous things that you would usually be represented and seen in 40k the tabletop or 30k the tabletop, like the usual game, are just very minuscule in this game and are not going to have a huge impact. Even like the Lehman Russ, like anyone knows, if you fought against like a Lehman Russ tank commander, like that thing's a pain to fight against. But look at how small it's going to be compared to this. And in the previous article that they mentioned, it's going to be a lot more killy. So like your Lehman Russ tank squadron could be just obliterated in one turn, and then it's not even going to make a huge difference in the battle because it's just another tank squadron gone, and another one will be right there to take its place. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good article to show the size comparison. They need to really cut back on these words that they have, especially like this one that they said like tank tacurus or something like that. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. More videos coming very soon covering all of this Horus Heresy epic news. So subscribe if you want to hear that news, and thank you for watching.